So Trent Ivy, fastest in Browns roofing qualifying thus far. He sets the bar for the remaining 23 competitors here today. 17.138 was the time for Ivy. Chase Giddens second. Tyler Payne is third. Next out on the Speedway. Your current points leader at Grays Creek, the 22T. That is Stephen Tompkins. Logan Bradford was fastest in hot laps. The driver from Huntsville, Alabama in the 67. From right here in Gaffney, South Carolina, the 55, it's going to be Giovanni Baker. Lap number 1 for Tompkins is second quick, a 17.146. Logan Bradford goes third quick on lap 1. 17.181, not far off of Ivy for Bradford. Tompkins goes second quick now. See if Bradford can pick it up as he crosses the checkered flag. Bradford to the top of the board. 17.084, Logan Bradford out of Huntsville, Alabama. Impressive qualifying run for Logan Bradford. Don't know a whole lot about this driver coming from Huntsville, Alabama. Don't believe he's ever raced here at Cherokee Speedway. So, next out of Aberdeen, North Carolina, number 10, Little Mac Fry. Christo out of Stanley in the 52. And in the Dickerson Service Center, Volt Doctors, Earl Remy Racing Engines, J12 out of Creedmoor, North Carolina, is Jason Dickerson. Mac Fry goes seventh quick on lap 1. Christo will go sixth quick. Jason Dickerson, eighth quick. Mac Fry, lap number 2. Lap number 2 is the fastest lap for Fry, but it's good enough for 8th. It's an 18.342. Dickerson will go sixth quick on lap number 2. And Christo cracks the top 5. It's a 17.523 for Christo out of Stanley, North Carolina. Next out will be Chris Puskas at Charlotte, North Carolina, the 01. John Rosario Jr. He sits second in points. He can walk away with a championship today. Out of Lincoln, North Carolina, the 44. Seth Speed out of Clayton, Georgia, in the 149. It looks like we've got a couple drivers out of line right here, so Rosario will be coming out with our next group. In the laser chassis, number 56, that is Jonathan Joyner. Jonathan Joyner, of course, of Hunt the Front fame, here on Hunt the Front TV, here on a Sunday afternoon in Gaffney. Logan Bradford still sits atop the board. Trent Ivy second. Stephen Tompkins third. Chase Giddens in the 12C. He was fourth. Seth Speed going to break into the top 5. A bunch. About 15. Here he comes, John Rosario Jr. off turn 4 at Lincoln, North Carolina, number 44. Rosario coming off of a GM 602 win last night at Harris Speedway, and then out of Spartanburg, the 11, that's Hollywood, David Smith. So David Smith will go fourth quick on lap 1, a 17.141 for Smith. How about the youngster Wyatt Coffey in the Bradley Trucking number 2 at Natural Bridge, Virginia. Wyatt Coffey was sixth quick on lap 1. As he crosses the line, he will pick it up. Wyatt Coffey, the youngster out of Natural Bridge, Virginia, second quick to John Rosario Jr. with a 17.008. Next out on Speedway, Clemens, North Carolina driver to number 18 is Preston Blaylock. Driver pulling double duty here today. He has a win with the City Chevrolet 602 late models in 2024's high side. Luke Cooper in a Buffalo Barn Grill, number 57. 25 in Lexington, North Carolina. The lady driver here with us today, the 25A, Jaden Altiers. Luke Cooper goes second quick on lap number 1, a 17.024 for Luke Cooper. Preston Blaylock, 8th quick. Luke Cooper will pick it up on lap number 2. He is your new pole sitter, high side, Luke Cooper. Next group of cars should be looking for Dustin Watkins out of Fayetteville, North Carolina, in the number 40 Cox Flooring Machine. There he is, Dustin Watkins, driving for Zach Cox this weekend. In the Fred Caldwell Chevrolet WP Racing Shocks, number 23. Out of Rock Hill, South Carolina, the Fresh Prince of Dirt, Becca Malone. Another driver pulling double duty here today. He'll be competing in the super late model ranks. And we've got the 61 of Caleb Ashby out of Cunningham, Tennessee. Dustin Watkins will go 9th quick on lap number 1. Becca Malone, he goes second quick on lap number 1, a 16.908. Becca Malone looking to pick it up through turn 3 and 4, coming to checkered flag. Can he knock the youngster Cooper out of the top spot? He will not get it done. Becca Malone qualifies second, 16.908. I'm not sure that second lap scored on Becca Malone. I'm showing 1 lap in the books here on my race pass. But if you're here in the stands and you want to keep up with all the live timing and scoring from all the divisions here today at Cherokee Speedway, check out my race pass. Pull it up on your smart device. In the Swindale Speed Labs Double Nickel Race Cars BHR Fabrication 00 out of Mount Airy, North Carolina's Kendall Tucker. The 5J out of Cherryville, North Carolina, that'll be Braden Jones. '99 out of Calhoun, Georgia. That is Sean Thomas. Kendall Tucker will crack the top 5 at his qualifying effort, 17.050. Braden Jones will go 10th quick. High side Luke Cooper. He still sits on top of the board right now. It's looking like a couple of youngsters going to bring him to green. We still have a few left to qualify. We'll be looking for Chasen Beasley in the Beasley Body Shop, number 25 out of Rayford, North Carolina. And in the Missile Chassis House Car, PV Motorsports, number 9 out of Mooresboro, North Carolina, Dalton Peavy. This will be your last 2 cars for Browns Roofing qualifying. This will set the field. We'll come back later on. We're going to lock in our top 16. We'll come back with a B feature race for our remaining 9 drivers to set the field here today for the City Chevrolet 602 late models. Dalton Peavy, lap number 1. He will go 8th quick. It's a 17.135 for Peavy. Lap number 2 for Beasley. Will be 24th quick. Dalton Peavy, he will remain 8th quick. So here it is, high side, Luke Cooper, Buffalo Barn Grill, number 57. He's going to be your pole sitter, bringing him to green alongside The youngster, the Fresh Prince, Becca Malone. Third will be John Rosario Jr., Wyatt Coffey. Fourth, rounding out your top five, will be Kendall Tucker, 6th through 10th. That'll be Logan Bradford, David Smith, Dalton Peavy, Trent Ivy, and Stephen Tompkins. So already, John Rosario Jr. working on that points lead. He will start third. Tompkins will start 10th. So already John Rosario Jr. needs to keep it up front. Stephen Tompkins, he can't fall backwards to secure that championship. So that'll wrap it up for Brown's Roofing qualifying for City Chevrolet 602 late models with the Mid-East Racing Association. Next up, we're going to do some qualifying to set the field for our Carolina Clash Mid-East Super Late Model Blue-Gray. 20,000 to win. Me and Kip Thompson going to bring you the action.
All right, Jack, good to be back up here in the booth with you here at Cherokee Speedway, the racetrack your mama warned you about. The 34th running of the Blue-Gray. It is now qualifying time for the Carolina Clash Super Late Models along with the Mid-East Touring Series Super Late Models as well. A lot of former winners here in the house. Chris Madden has won this race before. The Superman, Jonathan Davenport, who is here in the 49 here this afternoon, he has won this race before. Nick Hoffman, the Thrill from Marsville, he has won this race before too. And as we always go through this afternoon, here, we're having a few microphone difficulties here. Sorry for that. But as we go through this afternoon, we'll continue to talk about the Carolina Clash Super Late Models themselves. 25 years, silver anniversary here in 2024. 91 different winners. 91 different drivers have visited Victory Lane at various racetracks, and today is race number 409 in the books.
Jerry Phillips, put your headset on. Jerry Phillips, put your headset on.
As we are waiting here for our Super Late Models to make their way onto the racetrack, on behalf of the Carolina Clash Super Late Models, I want to say thank you to the 2024 series sponsors, Hoosier Racing Tire, VP Racing Fuel, K-Man's Parts, Judy Yarborough Realty, Penske Shocks, Big A's Custom Graphics, Rhino Racing Classifieds, and Extreme Trophies and Awards. Thank you for your support of the 2024 season for your Carolina Clash Super Late Model Series. How about it, race fans? Who's ready to see some ground-pounding racing action with our Super Late Models here this afternoon? We are on the way with qualifying here at Cherokee Speedway in Gaffney, South Carolina. Could not ask for a more beautiful day, a beautiful sunny Sunday afternoon here at historic Cherokee Speedway. Again, the 34th running of the Blue-Gray. Historic race here inside the Cherokee Speedway. And we are about to go qualifying here this afternoon with the Carolina Clash Super Late Models and Mid-East Super Late Models. Also want to go ahead and give out a huge congratulations before the Carolina Clash Super Late Models along with the Mid-East make the racetrack. Congratulations goes out to 2024 Series Champion, driver number 57 out of Denver, North Carolina. He's known as the Denver Dirt Slinger. Driver the number 57 Longhorn, Adam Yarborough, will have the title of the 2024 Series Champion with the Carolina Clash. So, battery swapping around here, trying to get our wireless back up. How about it, Jack Craig? Let's see if we everyone can hear you here at Cherokee.
I want you to know you brought me up to speed on what's going on with the Carolina Clash, and so I'll bring us up to speed on the second part of that, Mid-East Super Late Models, co-sanctioned, of course, with Carolina Clash, Marion Limbaugh, great group of people to work with. But we'll have a race inside the race here today, Kip, this afternoon. We've got the championship on the line for Mid-East Super Late Models.
And it's a pretty close battle here.
That's worth $10,000, and two drivers in the hunt for that this afternoon. We've got Ben Watkins, he is actually your points leader, but only 14 points ahead of Benji Hicks. And, Ben has to finish 14th or better to secure the championship. And, anything can happen in 60 laps.
Oh, yeah, there's a lot that could happen, 60 laps. But 60 laps being the distance gives you time to work that car and find out where you need to be. But it's definitely going to be a showdown for sure. Ben Watkins, who, as Jack just told everyone, who is battling for that points championship, he is the 2023 Carolina Clash Super Late Model champion. He was our champion points leader last year in 2023. And again, huge congratulations to the Carolina Clash Super Late Models. 2024 season is the 25th silver anniversary of the Carolina Clash, and what a great way to wrap up this season right here with the 34th running of the Blue-Gray here at Cherokee. Waiting for our cars to make their way onto the Speedway. 39 cars here this afternoon at Cherokee, about to go qualifying here, and this is going to be a great show. The stage has been set. Weather is beautiful. The racetrack looks great. The stands are packed, and it's almost time to start qualifying some times here and find out where we're going to start for heat races. Jack, is really going to be exciting as we continue to unfold here this afternoon at Cherokee.
And I'll tell you what, such a beautiful day for racing and the sun beating down on us. Drag this track out a little bit. Which we see it every year in Blue-Gray. You might dust off a little bit, track slick over, get a little dusty, but they've been working on this place, and we're going to see it moving on the high side, kid.
Here we come right now, making his way onto the racetrack. The XR1 Rocket Chassis, the 06, out of Dunn, North Carolina. That is Christian Thomas, and right behind him, working it off the top shelf there, rolling into turn number 1, the 79 of Donald McIntosh, and right behind him, Blue Collar Motorsports out of Fayetteville, North Carolina, Sanford contracted number 93. That is Donovan Action Jackson here at Cherokee.
Will come home third to 16.446 for Jackson.
Donovan Jackson, great young driver. He's won a track championship at Fayetteville. He's ran his whole entire life, over at Rockfish Speedway. Getting his feet wet, doing pretty good here thus far in the Super Late Models. Making the way onto the racetrack now. Here he is. That's the number 23. That is the Fresh Prince, as you call him, Becca Malone. Right behind him, the Wesley Page Lumber 16, that Longhorn chassis. The Rock Hill Bad Boy making his way here to Cherokee Speedway. That is Ben Watkins.
Becca Malone will go second quick on lap number 2, 16.148. Fresh Prince. 16.058.
Ben Watkins fourth in the Wesley Page Longhorn number 16, a guy who's got a lot of laps to his resume here at Cherokee. He'll be one to watch out for as the evening folds down here for the 34th Blue-Gray.
And a driver that's definitely made a name for himself in Ben Watkins. He's looking for a championship this year with the Mid-East Super Late Models. He's looking good, but he has to stay on top of his game, and he can't let anything happen today.
Well, talking about working for a championship with the Mid-East, 2023 Carolina Clash Super Late Model champion as well, so he could go back-to-back years with 2 championships under his belt. Here he comes, Hell's Bells. That's the boss man, Ross Bells, number 87, working off of 3 and 4, qualifying underway for the number 87 out of Clover, South Carolina.
And in the number 2, ring
also on the Speedway there, the number 11, that is Lance Brasington in the 11B, working it down the back straightaway, qualifying underway here at Cherokee. Casey Robertson second, Ben Watkins still holds down fourth. Beckham Malone makes his way into the top 5. Just got moved over because Ross Bales says, move over, boys. This is my house. 87, Hells Bales is now second quick.
That's right, Ross Bales, teammate to Beckham Malone, is actually driving coach for Beckham Malone, so both team cars with a couple of fast qualifying laps. It was a 15.945 for Bales.
So, everyone still chasing the 79 of Donald McIntosh. More cars make their way into the Speedway, working it off of turn 3 and 4. Approaching the flag stand, they'll go green at the flag. Here comes the number 11K out of Charlotte, North Carolina. That is Austin Kirkpatrick here at Cherokee. And the 51, Jack, looks like he's spinning around there. That is Keaton Smith, but able to hold it together, so caution will come out and delay this session of qualifying laps. Kevin Wilson also on the Speedway in the 618. So we get everyone straightened back out here in the correct position, get them separated, and we'll go green flag qualifying here this afternoon for the running of the 34th Blue-Gray inside Cherokee Speedway, Gaffney, South Carolina. Again, beautiful crowd here this afternoon, beautiful weather. Could not ask for much more, but you'll hear them stepping on the loud pedal there. And thanks for everyone who's here in the grandstands and for those who are watching with us on Hunt the Front TV. Want to say a big hello to Tony and Leanna Bowling, checking in from Holden Beach, North Carolina. Big parts of East Coast Handrails, Barry Fence Supply Company, Jaden Bolin Motorsports. Great fans of racing and great friends of mine. Glad to have you guys with us along for the ride this afternoon live at Cherokee Speedway. McIntosh still top of the leaderboard, followed by Ross Bales, Casey Roberts, Kevin Cowan, Ben Watkins rounding out your top 5. So, Jack, that is going to complete another session of qualifying here for us. And McIntosh still top of leaderboard while they're trying to still get your mic worked out for us. But you're still here with us. As you said, tag team back again.
That's right, tag team back again. We'll get it done regardless. This ain't our first rodeo. We'll get it done, right?
That's right.
So we got a next group of cars coming out on the Speedway. In the Mega Plumbing to Carolina's Hoopaw rating number 93 out of Lincoln, North Carolina. That is Little Fergie, Carson Ferguson. And then Jeff Smith and the Smoky Mountain Boys Barbecue number 70 out of Dallas, North Carolina. And in the Ivy Septic Service number 88 Highway 29 Grill out of Union, South Carolina. That's the Little Head Knocker Trent Ivy. So white flag will wave Trent Ivy, the Little Head Knocker. He goes to the top of the board. 15.770 for Ivy. Carson Ferguson. Ferguson went 7th quick. Jeff Smith, he will turn in at 10th quick for Smith. Trent Ivy going to pick it up on lap number 2 just to secure that top spot, Kip.
The Little Head Knocker, the 88 of Trent Ivy, knocks off McIntosh at top of the leaderboard. But race fans, here we go. It is now time for more of our qualifying. There he is, the Superman, Nutrigen Ag Longhorn number 49. That is Jonathan Davenport right behind him, 2024 Rookie of the Year with the Carolina Clash Super Late Models. That is Dale Timms, and right behind him, Uncle Doug. Uncle Doug making his way here this afternoon. That is Doug Sanders here at Cherokee. Davenport goes second quick on his first lap. Davenport second quick. Dale Timms will go 10th quick. Sanders 16th quick. Davenport on lap number 2, still sitting in that second spot in the number 49. Dale Timms in 10th in that number 99 here this afternoon. Again, Dale Timms, not only is he the Rookie of the Year for 2024, he also was second in final point standings for the Carolina Clash Super Late Models. Jack, here comes another group. Take it away.
All right, I believe, Kip, this will be your final two out of group number 1. We'll be looking for the Kubota number 10 out of Milton, Florida. That is Hunt the Front, Joseph Joyner. Kevin Godwin out of Blythewood, South Carolina in the G2. This will be your final two cars to qualify out of group number 1 here this afternoon. Drivers working lap number 1 as they come to the white flag. Joseph Joyner. He will go third quick on lap number 1, 15.832 for Joyner. Kevin Godwin turns a lap of 16.952. It's good enough for 18th quick for the G2 of Godwin. Joyner not going to pick it up. He will remain third quick, a 15.573. So out of group number 1, your fastest qualifier with a time of 15.607, it is the little head knocker, Trent Ivy.
That is the time to beat there. That will wrap up qualifying group A here at Cherokee. Again, 15.607 for the little head knocker. Driver of the number 88 comes to us out of Union, South Carolina, Trent Ivy, fast time qualifier in Group A. Jack, coming up next, it will be Group B here, qualifying more for the Carolina Clash Super Late Models along with the Mid-East Super Late Models here. Attention down close to the pit area. Photographer with the yellow sweatshirt on, please get behind the fence, please. Thank you. Make sure everyone's safe down here, Jack. A lot of things can happen here at Cherokee. We've seen a lot of crazy stuff here over the years. Over the pit wall, was it last year? Had one kind of go over the wall into the pit area, into a vehicle, but on the backstretch last year. Yep, I remember seeing that. So safety always number 1 here at Cherokee and at all racetracks. So let's talk about it. You know, earlier, Jack, we said a race within a race. Let's give those who maybe have just joined us on Hunt the Front TV or maybe have just made it here under the sound of our voice at Cherokee, just how close is it for your Mid-East Points Championship? Someone, as you say, we got $20,000 up for grabs here with the main event, but also the race within the race for the Points Championship. How close is it?
That's right. It is a $20,000 to win main event here, and the championship pays $10,000. So there is a chance. There is a chance one driver could walk out of here with $30,000 payday here today. But it is close. I mean, when it comes down to the last race, I mean, it is definitely not secured just yet. Ben Watkins, the Rock Hill bad boy, he is your current points leader, but it is only 14 points ahead of second place, Benji Hicks. So Benji has to be on his A game today. Ben has to be on his A game. Ben can finish 14th or better to secure the championship. He will have to finish 14th or better in today's main event. So, I mean, there's a chance something could happen to Ben, and Benji gets up there, and Benji's running 5th, and Benji will come out of here your champion. A lot of scenarios. We'll have to keep an eye on those two. Ben Watkins, the 16, Benji Hicks, the 55.
Well, no doubt about it. And when you talk about drivers of that caliber, the big thing is both of those guys have a lot of laps to their resume here at Cherokee. So they know their way around here very good. And there again, it is a hunt on the hunt, searching for a championship and also a $20,000 payday. As Bumperjack calls it, it is today's race within the race. All right, race fans, coming up next, it will be qualifying Group B, Carolina Clash Super Late Models, Mid-East Super Late Models here this afternoon. Again, it is the 34th running of the Blue Gray here at Cherokee. We already have Group number 1 or Group A already in the books for their qualifying. Trent Ivy in Group A, 15.607. So making their way out to the racetrack now, driver the number 18D. They call him the Big Perm out of Fayetteville, North Carolina. That is Dalton Wilson. Also on the racetrack, the 09 of Michael Leach, and also rolling off of turn 4. He comes to us out of Smithfield, Virginia. He picked up his first Clash win in 2024. Driver number 3, that is Brent Robinson. Michael Leach, 16.299 on his first lap. Dalton Wilson, 15.759. Wilson top of the leaderboard. Brent Robinson, 16.434. So with the first group of qualifying, let's see if Wilson can pick it up just a little bit. 15.689 for Big Perm, the 18D, top of the leaderboard in the first group of qualifying for Group B. Michael Leach, second place, 16.179. Brent Robinson out of Smithfield, Virginia with a 16.253. More cars making the way onto the racetrack. We'll give it over to Jack Craig.
Thank you, Kip. Your next flight of cars on the Speedway out of Mooresville, North Carolina. The Cat Industries number 8. That is the high side tickler, Kyle Strickler. Downtown, Michael Brown, the Black Chris Farms, Piggly Wiggly, 24D out of Lancaster, South Carolina. And out of Mount Holly, North Carolina, he is in the Live Oak Dentistry. Victory Apparel, number 22. It's Fergie time, Chris Ferguson. Lap number 1. That will see Kyle Strickler go second quick, a 15.809. Downtown, Michael Brown will go third quick. And Chris Ferguson times in the 6th position. Kyle Strickler picks it up on lap number 2, but it's not enough to knock off Dalton Wilson. Downtown, Michael Brown now puts it in the 2nd position. Chris Ferguson will go 4th quick. Big Perm, Dalton Wilson still sets atop of the board. Kip, next flight of cars.
Making their way over to the Speedway here, as we talked about it earlier today, pulling double duty, driver number 57, making his way down the back straightaway. That is Luke Cooper, and right behind him, Chris Chandler in the 8, and also making his way onto the racetrack, there he is, the thrill from Morrisville, Nick Hoffman, making his way onto the Cherokee Speedway. Green flag in the air, we are back underway. Qualifying Group B here at Cherokee. Luke Cooper, 16.499. Chris Chandler, 16.885. Nick Hoffman has moved to third on his first lap, 15.749. Checker flag is in the air. Hoffman to the stripe. And Nick Hoffman will settle in for third. So still, Jack Craig, top of the leaderboard. The 18D, it's the Big Perm with a 15.689 in Dalton Wilson. Here he comes, Jack Craig, 2024 Carolina Clash Super Late Model Series champion out of Denver, North Carolina. It's Adam Yarborough, the Denver Dirt Slinger. Take it away.
The Denver Dirt Slinger, Adam Yarborough, in the Cat Industries. Judy Yarborough Realty, Yarborough Automotive, number 57. He will lead the field to green. That is David Yandel. Out of Monroe, North Carolina, in the number 3. And in the Parton Lumber Renegade Race Fields, number 18, out of Rutherford, North Carolina, that's Greg Parton. Dalton Wilson still remains top of the board. Nick Hoffman, third. Lap number 1 for Gray Parton. It's a 16.395. That's good enough for 9th quick. Adam Yarborough will go 10th quick. Yarborough picks it up on lap number 2. 6th quick for Yarborough. Gray Parton 9th quick. And David Yandel will go 12th quick here this afternoon at the place your mama warned you about. Just a few cars left to qualify as Yandel wraps up his qualifying session right there. Our next 3 headed out the gate.
And top of the leaderboard again, Jack, it is Dalton Wilson, followed by Downtown Michael Brown, Nick Hoffman third, Kyle Strickler, and Chris Ferguson rounding out your top 5 here this afternoon. Qualifying Group B, the 34th running of the Blue Gray here inside Cherokee Speedway. Kid Quick makes his way out of the staging area there. Finished second last night at Sonoya and Flow Racing Night on TV last night. I watched that, man. What a great race. He brings home a second place finish, but today he's chasing $20,000 right here at Cherokee, and right behind him, there he comes, the Big A. It is Anthony Sanders here at Cherokee. Also on the Speedway, 8-time blue-gray champion. 8 times he's taken this title home. Driver the number 44. It's Smokey Chris Madden here this afternoon at the Cherokee Speedway. Chris Madden, 6 quick, 15.867. Madden will settle in for 6th. Anthony Sanders will go 12th quick in his qualifying efforts here this afternoon. So, another group on the way. Jack Craig, this thing is starting to get tight here, picking them up and putting them down. $20,000 in the balance here this afternoon. And again, as you say, a race within the race. Let's call out the next group.
That's right, and that race within the race is coming out in this last flight of cars here for qualifying. In the double nickel race cars, BHR Fabrication, TK Enterprises, number 55 out of Mount Airy, North Carolina, the double nickel house car. That is Benji Hicks. Benji Hicks second in points. In the 4 out of Rhonda, North Carolina, that is the Rhonda Rocket, Matthew Nance. And in the Jackson grading, number 1 out of Rutherford, North Carolina, that's Little Action Jackson, Jake Jackson. Benji Hicks will go 7th quick on lap number 1. A good showing for Hicks. So Hicks has already Benji Hicks is 7th. Matthew Nance 8th. Your top qualifier here this afternoon, fastest qualifier overall in the Coltman Farms, number 57 out of Spartanburg. That is Kid Quick, Zach Mitchell. As you mentioned, Zach had a great run at Sonoa last night, backing it up here with this qualifying effort. He will lead heat race number 1 to green. Kid Quick, Zach Mitchell.
And talking about other drivers here who have won here, who knows their way around this racetrack, Kid Quick definitely knows how to maneuver that, for sure, a definite threat here at Cherokee. Looks like we do have one more car left for qualifying here this afternoon at Cherokee. See. That's the 51 car making his way around the Speedway here. Not exactly sure, don't have him in the registration here this afternoon. So on our board here shows, we got one more making his way. That is Brad Basie, driver the number 452. He is the nephew of 2003 Carolina Clash Super Late Model champion Ed Basie, making his way here to the Speedway. Kind of slides around sideways there through 1 and 2. He'll work it down the back straightaway. Let's see what he'll do. Fifth, 18.599 for the 452 of Brad Basie here at Cherokee. He'll work it around the back stretch there, roll all through 3 and 4. Final time around here. This will conclude qualifying. And Basie on his final lap there, still right around the 18.599 region on the leaderboard. But there again, fast time overall, Jack. It's Kid Quick. We talked about how good he knows his way around Cherokee. Definitely, anytime he's here, a threat at Cherokee, a threat here this afternoon as $20,000 hangs in the balance here. Someone will visit victory lane. And as you said, it could be not like a double down, but a down and a half, because it could be a $30,000 payday for someone in that Mid-East group.
The odds are there. But no, we talk about Kid Quick, Zach Mitchell, and you got national tour drivers in here like Davenport and Nick Hoffman, Dalton Wilson, and that's what I love about these big races is you've got your local hot shoes, your regional hot shoes, the ones that know their way around here. Then you got people like Jonathan Davenport, Dalton Wilson, going to come in and try and rain on these guys' parade. So it's always interesting to see how the hometown guys fare against our national tour drivers.
Well, it doesn't matter, guys. A lot of times, whenever you hold a big event here, you can have guys come from all over the country, all over the region, but there's always guys who consider whatever racetrack it may be their hometown racetrack, and definitely, without a doubt, they're going to be there, to protect their home turf. But you've also got to bring in on the other side when you talk about the Davenports and the Maddens and the Dalton Wilsons and the guys who run Lucas Oil and World of Outlaws, Nick Hoffman. Their experience will definitely play in their favor. On a stage like this is where they get to spread their wings, and so we're looking forward to it. That does conclude qualifying. Again, Zach Mitchell, fast time qualifier overall here this afternoon. So let's talk about what's coming up next. Renegade Sportsman, they're about to make their way onto the Speedway. We'll give it back now to the voice of the Cherokee Speedway. Here we go, buddy.
Thank you there, buddy. It's going to be a good one right here. Renegade Sportsman, presented by Decker Home Improvement, getting ready for hot lap qualifying. So hot lap session, but these laps will count for these drivers as it will determine where they start their feature later this afternoon. So we've got 21 cars signed in, ready to go. Super late models, your heat races are up next, so don't be far away from those race cars. Super late models, your heat races are up next. Quick turnaround for the super guys, so make sure super late model teams, your driver stays close to the car. May want to stay strapped in as heat races coming up here in just a moment. But first, Decker Home Improvement, Renegade Sportsman, hot lap qualifying. Of course, if you're watching on HuntTheFront.tv, be looking forward to some of the upcoming events. December 6th and 7th, they'll be at Golden Isle. 604 late models, $20,000 to win. Again, now there is Golden Isles, December 6th and 7th. Make sure you check out all the action on Hunt the Front TV. January 27th and 28th, Needmore Speedway in the Peach State of Georgia for the Hunt the Front Super Dirt Series Speed Weeks. Don't miss that, January 27th and 28th. Again, Hunt the Front TV. And, of course, we announced the Cherokee Chief Series. 6 races, all super late model action, all streamed on Hunt the Front TV next season. March Madness, the Mike Duval Memorial, the Grassy Smith, the Stick Elliott Memorial. Of course, the Blue Gray returns to 100 laps next year. Saturday night, $35,000 to win. And the inaugural Freddie Smith Memorial next November. Obviously, we lost Freddie, closing on a year ago. I want to be able to honor Freddie, one of the legends, the Southern Gentleman, one of the legends of dirt racing, and especially super late model racing. So the Freddie Smith Memorial next November, inaugural event at Cherokee Speedway, and it'll be the finale for the Cherokee Chief Series. And again, all that action can be caught on Hunt the Front TV. Renegade Sportsman onto the racetrack. The 2 machine, that is going to be Benji Whiteside out of Duncan, South Carolina. 27 car, I believe that is going to be Luke Edison. That may be Tim Edison in that particular machine. Mark Flowers Jr. in the 0 car. Going to join this first group. Of course, the 12 machine, Blake Bentley, the high roller out of Lyman, South Carolina. We've seen him take plenty of checkered flags in 2024 right here at Cherokee. Green flag presented by Mad Designs in the air. 77 car, David Stone out of Gray Court, South Carolina. Good to see Stone at the racetrack. 712, Duck Rowland out of Dallas, North Carolina. Hot lap qualifying. First time these drivers have seen the racetrack today. And, of course, they will set their lineup for their feature this afternoon with these laps. Turn 1, the 27. Oh, the 0 has a problem. Mark Flowers Jr. out of the Queen City of Charlotte. Off the gas. Now down the backstretch. The rest of these cars crossing the stripe, laying down their time. White flag out to these drivers. Oh, turn 4, 1 car going to go around Tim Edison in the 27. checkered flag to come out. The caution and checkered may end this deal. 27 sitting broadside onto the racetrack. Caution and checkered it will be. Quickest of that group, the quick time race cars, number 12, Blake Bentley with the quick time in that group by over a second. Bentley runs an 18.916, second quick, a 20.001. Bentley on a rail here early. Of course, Blake Bentley hand-built that race car, one of those quick time race cars, roofline gutters on the top of that 12 machine. That car won a track championship this year. Of course, I'm talking about the white, blue, and bright orange machine pulling into pit lane right now. Won a track championship with Brian Bentley this year. That is Blake's father. Both of them have picked up victories in that car this year. And, of course, Blake Bentley, the high roller. He'll be the one piloting it here today, trying to pick up a blue-gray victory here at Cherokee Speedway. Group number 2 onto the racetrack, Jonathan Henson in the number 4 car. That's been a fast race car all year long. Could be one to watch here this afternoon. Josh Harris in the 44 out of Concord, North Carolina. That black machine, of course, rolling behind him. Going to get a number on that machine. Believe another number 4. Check that here momentarily as the green flag back out into the air. Turn 3, couple of cars under a blanket there. 15 machine. That is going to be Jody Horton out of Lancaster, South Carolina. Right now blocking in that 38 car, that 38D of Josh Davis. Davis probably not going to be happy about that. Of course, hot lap qualifying. Oh, he got blocked again. Russell Hamrick Jr. in the red number 7. Jonathan Henson, fast time on the board, an 18.866. That 4 car, we told you about him. Caution onto the racetrack. Of course, the caution presented by the Service Center of Gaffney. Make sure you leave a winner at the Service Center downtown Gaffney for all your tune-ups, brake jobs, heat and AC, oil changes, and more. Jonathan Henson right now with the new quick time. Henson, we talked to you about him a minute ago. Russell Hamrick Jr. in the red number 7, going to try to see if he can work his way around here. Not probably. Lap, of course, that 15 car sort of blocked the racetrack for a couple of these cars. They'll get a chance to get back up to speed. Jonathan Henson right now, nothing slowing down the driver to Lancaster, South Carolina. Green flag. Checkered flag is out. Looks like time with an 18.866. Blake Bentley going to fall back down to the second position. Jonathan Henson, Blake Bentley, Russell Hamrick Jr. third fastest in that number 7 car. Josh Ayers duck rolling. Josh Davis now. Looks like a timing issue there. So Davis back into the 4th spot. Josh Harris in the 5th position. But Jonathan Henson, Blake Bentley, that should make for a fun front row. If they can hold on, of course, another group of cars to the racetrack. We got the 7L machine, Josh Langley out of Lancaster, South Carolina behind him. Well, that is the 84 car. That is going to be Kyle Cooper at Inman, South Carolina. No, Cooper used to be in the 4-cylinder car, now up in the V8s. Earl Petty out of Union, South Carolina, the 5 machine behind this. Good to see Petty at the racetrack. Talked about Cade Langley. Luke Edison going to take the green flag as well. The K-Town Clown, Nick Milstead, and the 45 machine, Jamie Decker out of Taylor, South Carolina. Green flag to this 3rd and final group. 18.866 is the time to beat. Jonathan Henson, driver to Lancaster, South Carolina, holds that time, but a couple of heavy hitters in this 3rd and final group.